This is the Two Wins podcast. My name is Matsidiso and I'm with Tsidiso. And we are the T Twins. Today we are having story time again. Yeah, so today's story time is going to be focusing more on her. Yeah, I'm going to let her tell her story. But because I know a lot about her life, I'll be asking her some questions where I feel like she's leaving out some details. You must just ask me questions. It's story time. It's not an interview. Yes. Yeah, I'm not interviewing you. This is my story. Okay, yeah, this is my story. Okay, we're going to be talking about this part of your life, this part of your story. Okay. All right. I think where I'm not involved. Where you're not involved. Yeah. Okay. Where you are not involved as regarding family, because I have my own small family, me and my daughter. Mm-hmm. So how it happened that I ended up being a single mom. Yes, like that. I think you wanted to be there. All right. It just happened. Actually, let me just say, I'm going to talk about my 6 months. Your life as a single mom and how it started. How it started. Yeah. Okay. Actually, in life, I was just cruising nicely in my 20s, and there has never been a time, because I really think that I became successful. Like, I achieved a lot of things that I wanted to achieve at the early stage of my life. The 20s up until before you reached 30. Yeah, before I reached 30. I was fine, and I know that most black families, women actually believe that they have reached what their goals by being successful and a little bit of marriage here and there and the kids, because at that age I remember there was some people who were gonna say who will say, oh, so or bana, you know. And honestly speaking, at that time in life, I wasn't even thinking anything about anything called marriage or kids. Of which even today, don't get me wrong, I love my daughter and all of that. But if it had happened that I didn't have kids, or I don't think I would be having any issues or any problems. Yeah, you don't think you'd be miserable? No, I wouldn't. I'll still be fine. Like, I don't see the end goal as having kids in life. Yeah, that's why. I'm also like that. That's why most of the time when people come up with misery stories like, hey, you know, I'm struggling to conceive, I appear to be insensitive because I don't see it as an issue. I don't understand how people can be so miserable for not having kids. Like, honestly, that's just my opinion. Yes, and like, even for people who don't have kids, when other people are like, you don't want kids? You are not being real. You don't want kids? Like, I do have a kid, but I don't think I will be that person. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's why it's even annoying when people keep on asking people when they're having kids. Truly it's so annoying. I don't know when people will get to understand that not everyone wants to have kids. Yeah, I've got so many reasons for not having kids. Yeah, it's just that it happened. I had one, but yeah. Sure. Yeah, that's how got more reasons for having kids. Having kids is not nice, guys. Yeah, it's not. It's not nice at all. Yeah, you live for another person. You don't live for yourself. Yeah, I don't live for yourself. Yeah, you even kind of lose yourself somehow. Yeah. Okay. So that was it. And then at the age of 29, you know, I've been dating here and there, cruising nicely, and then didn't care. Okay, I dated this person, they left, they're fine. So it happened that we went to the school reunion. Remember, we did our part of our high school in Lesotho. We went to the boarding school, this school called St. Agnes High School. It was an Anglican school. So we went there 3 years. So we decided, Facebook was introduced into our lives. People started to reconnect. So we reconnected via Facebook with people that we went to the boarding school with. Then they decided there was a high school reunion. I don't know why we went there, because we still had 2 high schools after that. So we decided to go to that one. We went there.
Maybe it's because the other high schools, they didn't have any reunion. We were still going to attend. Even
I'm saying that because
okay. Yeah, but it was nice at the reunion.
Yeah, it was nice, but I made wrong decisions.
Yeah.
Because of that wrong decisions that changed my whole life because of that reunion.
So it's not the reunion, it's your decision.
Because of that reunion.
Yeah, don't blame the reunion.
Had I not been in that reunion, my life could have turned out differently.
Okay.
So now I go to this reunion, we meet some people, and there was this guy who was, I think, two classes, or I would say 2 grades behind us.
Oh yeah.
Yes, because when we were about to leave, because we left at grade 8, this guy was in grade
8.
Oh no,
grade 10.
He was in grade 10, we're in grade 8. It's only now that I get to understand when this guy arrived at that school, we were in grade 10, and he arrived, he was in grade 8.
Yes.
That
was his first year.
That was his first year. Well, now we're in grade 10, and it was our last year in that school.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
So we knew him for only one year.
No,
I didn't even, I just knew him because we, obviously you know everyone in campus, but I don't even remember talking to him. I didn't even know his voice.
No. Linda, I knew his voice from the debating perspective, because he used to do debating a lot. Yes. Yeah. So now this guy is there, we are all grown-ups, so you don't even see, okay, only 2 years younger than me and all. Then he comes, we started talking, and he acted so important at that reunion because there was like an entourage, people around him. When he wanted to do this, they were doing things for him, as if he's some kind of a I don't know, some important guy, something like that, And then I remember, even for me to end up talking to him, it's somebody else who said, oh, so and so wanted to speak to you. So I went and I spoke to this guy. Somehow we exchanged numbers. I never took it to consideration, or he will still call and all, because I remember collecting many numbers there. Yeah,
because obviously you exchange numbers.
Yes, we exchanged numbers. So now I got back to Joburg. Then this guy calls me here, and he tells me, oh, it's so and so and so. Remember, we met at the reunion. Like, I'm interested. I would like to know you better. Some things like that. But from there onwards, I can't remember what really happened, because I just remember dating him. The following week, he even came to Joburg.
No, okay. Let me remind you. Let me remind you. I remember someone, Papadi called you. Papadi.
Oh, yes.
I don't think you gave the guy your number.
I didn't. Yes, I didn't.
And then this guy went to Papadi and asked for your number. Yes. And Papadi called you and said, no, so and so wants to talk to you. And the reason why I'm mentioning, it wasn't going to be important, but it's important because now when we come to his character and everything, this whole thing was pre-planned, even for him to go to someone else and say, talk to her first. It was the pre-play. He was laying the foundation to appear as if he's this person who is very important. Because he could have just gone to your Facebook and said, hey, remember, I'm so and so, give me your number. But his reason for sending someone like Papadi.
Yes.
Yeah, he was laying a foundation.
Because I think I missed some important information, because I remember being in a room at that reunion. He was standing there by the corner, and then there was another guy who came to me, and then he kept talking about him on his behalf, telling me how he's such a big boss here, and then he does this and this and this, and then he was just smiling by the corner there, like he sends his people. Like, I don't say nothing, but these people but it's a plan. It's
a plan. You know, that's how. So okay, sorry for interrupting, but I'm just going, because I just got reminded of something and someone else. You know that guy who recently died in Cape Town?
Yes, Bongani.
You remember what he did when we were in Cape Town?
Yes.
He sent someone. Someone just came to Antigua and started talking about
him.
This guy is this. And then later on in years, it appears that
he was
like a scammer.
Yeah,
that's how
that's
scammers
how
operate. They send
And
someone. They don't come straight.
They don't come straight to you.
So
Yes.
They send someone to come and let vuvuzela on their behalf.
Then I remember that one blowing this vuvuzela so much about him, and he's such a humble guy. When you look at him, he's humble. He doesn't even like even ho-ha, don't say that. But he knows that
he's the one who sent quotes. That's how they do the thing.
Yeah, but then one thing I remembered about him was that years back when we were in high school, this guy was very smart.
Yeah, he was.
He was very smart. His public speaking, the way he conducted himself at that time. So now I have the flashbacks of that young guy who was smart and all. Then I got charmed by that, And then the vuvuzela also. Okay, the vuvuzela ring about him. That was it. So now I got charmed, but then the guy decided the following week, I'm in Joburg, I'm coming to see you. Then he came to Joburg. Honestly speaking, I don't remember. I don't remember what. I don't remember our dating life when he came to Joburg. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Did he take me out? Did he do it? I don't remember that whole thing.
Okay.
I just don't remember, because I remember when
he didn't come alone.
He was never alone.
I had never seen that guy alone. There was always.
That's just one thing odd about him, because there was always people around him.
Yeah, and then the other reason for him to not come alone. Remember, the guy didn't have a car. But then he lied and said he had. So he had to come with the owner of the car and then say, this guy is my driver.
And that guy will actually tell you, yes, I'm his driver.
I'm his driver, yes.
And then he knew that somehow he will fuck up. And then when you say, I don't like this, now it's my boys. My boys.
Yeah.
He was always like that.
Yeah.
Anything that is a fuck up. I found out later in life, this person, all these things that are happening around him, everything that I don't like about him, it's not these guys, it's actually him. So now they are a shield who, when I say, this is not my life, this is not my lifestyle, he will say, no, I'm just entertaining them, So that's how he was covering up his bullshit like that.
I remember this other time they came cutting.
We're not solo We're not solo hule.
So
it happened that we decided. I remember. I guess the reunion was it was beginning of December.
Yes.
Because I remember it was December 2010, because we were just coming from the World Cup.
Yes.
Then March, I take my leave. I don't usually take my leave. At that time, I was still employed. I didn't take my leave in December. So I take my leave in March. Yes. So now I decided, okay, I'm gonna go. And he said to me, 1 week, would you please come this side, come to Maseru and all of that, and I'm gonna take you somewhere like Bomadiba, so things like that, Yeah. Okay. I remember I was driving with Ntshebo to Lesotho on that day. Actually, we skipped some information as well in December, because I remember we were so much into the brand. T-Twins were still growing the brand. T-Twins at that time, because the sunglasses were there, but then we had other things like about the t-shirts, caps and all of that. And then he made sure that he gets involved into this. I've got clients for you. I've already have clients for you. I think now, that's when I got to realize, this guy was actually after this brand. He wanted to steal this business from us, because the way he was so involved, because he wanted things to be with him, but we were strategic at that time, because T-Twins was so closer to us, we couldn't let go like that. So I want to sing it because he's somehow the founder of this T-Twins, because he portrayed himself.
He's the one who told those
people. He portrayed himself as this person who is this powerhouse. He has got money, you know, because Lina the way ba choka te una le farm kai uska wa mona le tjena fela una le ntho tse ngata ha
le lodge hape
branding by because I remember I even approached this guy who was doing you know, branding. It was alcohol brand. Munna Mampuyetse was working for SAB at that time, so he was branding the lodges, whatever, anywhere where they can sell alcohol. A brand that's le so kise ki buile le ena ka the there was no such a one say putsa lena na ho ela fela ka taba ye. So now this guy, I go to Lesotho, a mini vacation, right?
No, before that December time.
Yeah.
Because the brand was selling a lot. Yes. And then we had some kind of you remember? Remember?
Not because
we were doing so well. So it was like a way of congratulating us. And then this guy came with his friends.
Yes.
A lot of them.
He will make sure that every time I'm around, he drives that car, and I found out who was the owner of that car. Some guy in the river.
Yes, I remember that beer. But haven't no, they were driving that green car. Yeah, that was green. I don't know them. I get some name uncle here, but it was green. The owner of the car's name is Davla. So he portrayed himself as the boss, like Double Up is his driver, but Double Up is actually the owner of the car.
Yes.
So he's hiring Double Up. Now you see, because I'm a busy person, I'm a lawyer, I'm always on the phone and I'm writing stuff. I sit at the back and yeah.
So now what happened?
They came because it's like home. But there was some scammerish behavior that happened. But
not the red flags were always there, you know.
Yeah.
Even I remember it happened even when because we're not gonna talk about all his stories because there are so many stories. Just let's try to summarize a bit. So it happened that I went to Lesotho, I did a vacation, right? I'm like, you know, when you are ready for a vacation, then I crossed the border. I remember on our way there, in Tshebo, Arohona, there's this guy, a very popular guy, still popular, and a rich nigga, and I'm phone because we had met in December. I think we had known him for quite some time because in Malcolm X, so we knew him through Malcolm X. So this guy calls me and says, Matiso, but you know, I want you. When we were in Welcome on the 1st of January, I told him that, and then this guy said to me, it's fine if we told them to let me prove myself. The newspapers knew about him, and then he was all over, you know, the media space. I don't want this guy because what papa. Now I found someone who is laid back, who is just a lawyer. So I'm fine with this guy. Nobody knows him. He does his job like properly. Did the business. That guy the papillon. I was like kire, but like we ponsa he can pick a computer and so now we are driving. Vacation, but I'm driving myself to Lesotho and I learned some and when I remember that weekend, I was gonna leave on Friday. This guy, I remember I went to the car wash up, I left my phone. Then I saw like what's happened also that was in 2011, early 2011. Kina le missed calls at 15. I remember you saying, "Maiso, this is a stalker." So this guy looks like he loves this. You kept saying this is an obsession. I don't think this guy. 15 missed calls, Maiso.
Because when you call someone and then they don't answer, it means they are busy. When they will get back to you when they get time to get. So when keep on calling and calling, no.
And I remember him calling somebody else to ask where I was. Like it was a chain that we didn't understand. Why I'm like it doesn't make sense. I said I'm coming, but why I'm and so I'm uncomfortable. This guy, like every time, ever since the first day I met him, I wouldn't go to bed without receiving less than 30 SMSs from this guy. That's how exhausting he was. But then I said, no, maybe this is love, Because I said, okay, let me try it out. I don't know. Like I knew something was wrong, but let me try him. But my trying changed my whole life. Then on my way, I'm phoning. I remember we were in Kronstadt. The guy from Joburg, the Papillona phones. Hi, I wanna see you. Something. So I showed my friend. Friend, see who's calling me, and this guy wants me, and all. And all of that. But are you telling me how about this guy? How you emeletseng ka sebele ka morao go movetse go wena o so thotse motho Lesotho ihle wa tsama ke a kopa kampa ka cancela trip ya ka nna ka khutlela le wena ka hana ka answer no ways ka tsama it's after that course
no before that when you guys were on the way, remember there's somewhere where you got lose a signal and happy you were trying.
Yes, I was
he tried to call you and then he couldn't get hold of you. This guy was about a number now we told the guy our battle then and turned awful
it showed that there was something he was after, not really me, but something yeah, because
and then he went.
He was never relaxed. I went there. The time we crossed the border,
look here,
he's also a handsome guy. But around
exactly what I was going to say. Mutu akaba mutle aba handsome but hunale seriti. Yeah, if you understand talking, so etla mutu hasla hore yes the mutu hatsa malwena wa sense ke bona motho yo ya ho yena ke yana e le hore batho ba tla ko ba dihloho
no na le ntho bunyana ka ena like isidima he will be around people ba bua ntonyana tse o sa dithole now and about and then there was alcohol involved okay, we're not saying people shouldn't drink alcohol, but there's a time, there is a way.
We are dating relationship. The
first night, I'm telling you, the first night was that, and I'm used to comfort, I'm used to convenience, I'm used to all things soft and nice, because I made sure that my life is not about that. So now, I'm thinking, I arrive, we already know where we are booked to go in there, we check in, we go in. Now, here I say, I don't like the if people when you say sukulo, you mean like the struggle, like like that comfort. Like I'm built like that because I'm able to give myself that. So now, sukulo nyana we ended up being in a nice hotel room. The following day again we go to then we saw like people from his office to an outing.
scam, but one by you.
But I've never seen his office. Like, I was there for the whole week, but he never took me to his office.
Those people, they were part of the plan. I'm telling you.
So now we go. Yeah, we go to that Sahlanyan thing, and it's not my like what my zones, like my I would nkaya Sahlanyan now to nalbo break up with that, but in a part of the plan or I expected he will go there, liba to high, then have the delay with phone like Maria Kamadi. So now, okay,
the microphones are off.
Even me, I don't know if we can still continue. Didn't say delete.
Sure.
Yeah, let's just continue. Because I guess when I thought what could be the plan from here on.
The bedroom.
So now, guys, there was a change of plan. And I'm uncomfortable driving at night. It looks like now booking ya rona ne le late. Una sa buka. Motho ona re dumelane hantle go mona go lo buka mo no re lo qeta matsatsi a mabedi bo weekend. Ha buka ngwanana. Uma ka se ke tlamela go drive ka tsela tse uncomfortable ha ga bosibu re khutla
a le go ba le ka bogolo
se re khutla le batho bana ha ke botsa batho bana ke utlwa se khutlela masego ha
kae ha mang
ha ke tse ke tla utlwa na re ka kae ha khutla motho na ha sa mpolela.
But then tell me, this guy lives there. He lives in Lesotho. So where was his house?
I've never
because
seen his
if
house.
He's struggling to find accommodation, you can go to his. Where does he live?
I've never seen his house in Lesotho. I've never seen his place. even for me to know his parents' house, it took him some time. Surprise and I must do this sign quickly. Even so petrol station. After petrol station, I get to go to the come on, na came in my money. I can't inside the full van. Because how nabo 200. But I do what's out, what like I get 200. As Nicola had discussed that I was going to make a hike. Gahanabo, I tell me so good, I can hang on it. Okay, sharp.
But one Baba, you claim fellow by your scam. Tell me about
we went to some Kupula guest house, Sekalambo 6. And we want toEmamun, Yamaking, weekend. Emamun. Wanana, quickly had so. This is not my life, but I'm still continue. But when I'm 20 missing in the city, so but girl, this is not your life. Do you understand that this is not your life? Yeah, but it's all like weekend I remember the other day we were driving from Maseru to Tiwa. When I now go phone ya hela ba flat, ne ke na le phone tse pedi. I can also be WhatsApp kana go. Ka be ke mo fa ke mo kadima phone ya ka e neng e spare. Why can message ne ke tshwere phone in. Then I forgot, well, this is not my phone. Then I read the message. I got a message. This person says, I can't believe that I can't believe that I ever decided to have a child with you and get married to you. You are such a dog. Something like that. Kamubutsa ka whetsa hala ba ha ke mise koloi ka thoko. Aba ona bile something like ngwana ha o jwanjwa. Ba ke rena ona ntse go na le ngwana le mongwa ngwanana a dulang habo. Ibile ke first born ibile ke last born. Ya ba ke rena ke rena ha ke na ngwana kana go ke la ka itsetsa hore having one child is not a problem. I can take that. It's okay.
Nane tse ke bona ile red flag le yona e nhle. Yona la turn off.
Ya bona nana ngwana.
Because it's not normal in Lesotho. If he was like a Joburg guy, next Saturday in Lesotho, it was our pair.
How?
Especially at that time. o hona tjena e se le ntho tse normal ga le ho ka age ya hae o tsebe ona santsana le monya at his age e bo sana le ngwana ene ngwana o nna sa le mogolwanyane ene sentse le ntho e bontshang o pere at that time no, a lot of people were judging, like people were judgmental in a frownies. It was
when
no, not Honna. Like about anyone from the Soto innocent to
so I know a lot of people
we are talking
about 2010
2010 ke maobanyana mona but una le mokae ka dilemo and ha re bua ka Lesotho ke ba tshwaneng ba tswa manyalo
okay then ha re feteng he ka mkhona o jajang ka teng
okay
re fetana mona just one child I'm okay with one child in I love my daughter I will kill anyone ka be ke okay he's a responsible father tiki kathinyane ke a shawo hi so ke a motsa ke motho ena nang a bua mo a re na le ngwana o na bile o na le ngwana le wena no ways o bitsitse ngwana ka lebitso mo ka ga se ngwana ne o bileng ka yena ho etsa ba a tsa motho o na a ba ga re heso ke motho ga re heso ana tsena o lo ba botsa
ene wa tseba o ke
ba tseba ke be kae a ga re heso ka be ke ga nna motho e taba tse tsa ga ke tsebe o a ga ke motsebi motho e ka ga ba ke khola ke message o la hlile ka ba dubile ke lebitso la hao mo na message ba o qate ka bitso ga ka nta ke tseba o kwa kena thonga se nna tho ka mogolo fela chance ke na le doubt nyana kae hona tsa tsene ba engagement as I was sure about it, we're engaged. This guy, we became engaged. Yeah, fit hair.
You know when you came back and then told me that you were engaged, what did I money the second?
No, you're not telling me money the second. You know, the second one. What's your more about and kill a raton and say, Muto propose I'm like, the scammer. What propose? I'm quite Marola one now. It's like Yamonga was serious. Unfortunately, get pregnant. I found out April, May. Okay, now I'm pregnant. Yes. So now, segile pregnant. Take a mana mutuno. Kore. Agaba took out fair. Like think of panalibonal fatsing. Out fair. I don't care. We're not giving Baba Palak and Nakapubanim by its but I decided to get pregnant by this guy. That was the blunder of my life. But I'm going to say this is my own opinion.
What is the reason why you got pregnant?
What is
it? I don't think it was the plague. Protection if I go condom and I
don't remember. You know what? I don't even remember
and when I'm with the man you just this is a responsible guy has got everything, you know.
Well, naturally busy and let me tell you something that I realized. In that week, I spent in who nale this kind of behavior that I didn't like, but una sayetso ho nna una etsa batho ne ke bona motho ana le tshotlo ka ha re because he will receive some calls go tlore ke di clients tsa hae or ba bang ke bo di family members, the way he will speak to these people go tlore e kare o di excuses tsa hae tsa hore di cases tsa rona court ho etsa la jwa go tlore wa ba shasha ne ke bona sang ke batho ka bo serious ana le this mentality of senke batho ka bo serious ha ka dile a etsa joke ka yona so go tlwana le ntwana le bo joke everything is joke these are serious matters to other people but we are not a joke. I didn't like that. I remember telling you and I told Mandala as well yo this guy una le ntwana e etsahalang ka yena but ha etse ho nna fela then I told myself, you know, as women, we are naive. You're young, you tell yourself, I'm special. Because when I'm saying salary, did you movies and I did dictator or how the dictator is a dictator a whole about the book as you know, this guy, he will be so cruel to everybody out there, but I make sure that his family is protected. Or at a familiar high, but can't like a money, Kimutwa. A cruel, that's lane over a little role models are high. Can we keep a lot of
familiar?
So, yeah, it's a hala. hey, kuku ke se shaponyana le ha qeta ho thola hore ke pregnant because next time thabela ha ka lekolo I didn't even tell. He wasn't the first person that I told. Ne ke se sure na ke a mo jwetsa ka bojwang because ne sentse ke nahana mo siya. I remember this other friend of ours ana rata hore chakela wa go gopola na ke mang?
I have so many friends ba neng ba re chakela
ke betsa ena hore yo, can you believe hore ke pregnant? He's a guy. Asa go lena le disappointed hore how pregnant. A shebile di ne ba tsang o pregnant ka motho wa di hempe tse floral.
Wena na rata ho bua ga batho
ka moaparo. O ntse ke wena ka bakala bana o tabetsa di fashion motho na ke motho a tla tshwara lelapa hantle ka thugo ha. So ka musia ke hana ke musida ho ne sentse ke tinile ke ne ke batla le excuse ya bona ke musia jwang. Then I found out.
But you know, no, I remember this other time. Our friend came to our house. It was on a weekend. I think it was on Friday, because he used to come to our house on Friday. So we're chilling, and then you get a phone call. This guy and then you lied to a friend and said, "Oh, airport." That time, I like things because like. The kind of life that we are living, even people around us, like it will be shocking. Your man is coming and you take when I taxi. It's already a judge, but levels like you know,
kind of lifestyle.
The lifestyle. So
like
it's how I just laughed and then no.
Inconvenience. Everything inconvenience. So when I was around this guy, I felt like I'm the most cruel person ever because to protect myself or to be comfortable, I had to say no. So because he not everything and inconvenience. When so who my younger brother Tipia mama life is like if I'm going to involve my younger brother in this I'm to say the favors that I don't ask for now why highly inconvenience so life was all over the place. So now it happened that hindsight o ke bona ona ntse ina hana bona motho mara ke tlo mo kena ka kae ka taba tsa go iqetelle ke mo jelletse chelete mara mpona hore nna le wena re kopanetse di chelete and I'm not easy like that when it comes to finances. So I won't just say, you know, I created this life is so very not to fund wena no mkampa yetsa ka tsela tse dintsa fapaneng. We separated because I remember nese ntse ke dinile ntse go betsa ke nna motho na ke sa mbatla eno go bane go mabaka ha ena se twa go hlalosela no it's like but there was a feeling that keeps shaking me. I'm not supposed to be with this guy.
I just want to talk about something. This is going to part 2, a continuation of this.
It's not
part 10.
Yeah.
Because this other time, because it was around the time
this
that
is all about how we met.
After, how you met. After you. But because we are still not.
We haven't got to the point where we separated.
Okay.
So how come you have jumped to?
Yeah, because you said you separated.
I remember the other time,
but
you invited us to some wedding in Maputo. I was pregnant. Well, now we've already driven. I think we're coming from the north and now he's coming from the south.
Yeah.
So now we have to meet there. How one thing I know.
But why am I invite more one that
I do never shine. One thing that I know, if you're dating someone who is a liar, you end up being a liar because you're coming up with excuses for this guy.
Smoke. All the time you're thinking of
smoke. I'm thinking smoke. But fortunately for us, because now we're so close, there was no way that you smoke. Then we end up looking at one another like,
I can't remember, I'd forgotten about the incident.
And as sometimes our worries that's
the first thing. Who lied to me and said I have a car, and then they rock up. Like I'm not but I'm not going to enjoy because in my head
and another thing, when your man is around, you have to park your car, and then he must be in charge. Like everything is just no. I'm not designed for that life. I'm so sorry. No, wait. No.
And then after that?
After that, at that time, keep pregnant.
Yeah, because he came when we were still separated. Because now I
separated.
You told me that you're separated, but then you left this other weekend. Because when that was
before, how we separated? I think I want to come to the story, sir. Text.
No,
I left this guy. I said I don't want him anymore.
Yeah.
And then he decided, because I got the text. Listen, take some over text. It's one weird. I send a message as if he's sending this message to his other friend. He's sending this message as if he message you out send along. But out it's a lost message or something like that. Hey, my friend, can you believe that finally I got my divorce decree from this lady? Now I'm going to marry Matsidiso in peace. We are even engaged and she's pregnant, something like that. That's when I got to realize this guy was married. I didn't know that he was married.
That was his way of
telling me
I was
married. And then he thought divorce. But I felt manipulated and tricked, because how come you don't tell me that you are married? How come you don't tell me that I'm going through divorce? I understand by the time I met him, they were already separated. They were going through this divorce. It's not because of me. That one, I'll give it to him. It's not because of me. But he was supposed to tell me, I've been married before. And it happened that it's the same lady who sent that text. I can't believe I ever married you. I have a child with you. That was the same lady. Because when I was a mess and then boom, this guy was married. And now this is the right excuse for me to leave this whatever. Matter whatever. Because the foundation, because I always complained about the foundation of this relationship was built on lies. He was never truthful about anything in his life. I can really say, child number 2. This is now when he confesses, yes, I have a child with her. We were married, but our marriage was this kind of marriage. It was not blessed by the parents. My parents don't even know her. They don't like her. I don't care whether your parents like her or not, but he was living with her. They went to court and then they just did the marriage certificate, but without involving the parents. I don't know the story behind that. Why the parents
and you don't even know if it's true or not.
I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe if I could meet that lady, she will give me a different story. Yeah, but that's what he said to me. Yes. So now I'm like, okay, you lied to me. You said you have never been married. You said you have one child. So now you have a child with this lady. Now it's 2 kids. Yes. Now you are confessing. Already divorced Kahana. And the whole trip he went to see my father. Actually divorced the Pampir. Then he was crying there to my dad. Because now I told my dad and I told my dad, that engagement, consider it null and void. But because I took it null and void. Because I'm not engaged to that person anymore.
Oh, okay.
Remember, Balaba is a molo high, what Melano, who discuss what So I told my dad, it's not happening anymore. So he decided, he drove. And then when he wanted to go see my dad, he sat down with my dad. My dad and said, we say no. I'm not gonna take your story. Like one thing that I love about my parents, they don't give a shit whether we married or not. Like they have never been desperate for that. Never. They listen to us when I say I don't want. Like my dad my dad already had told the family we are going to discuss Mercedes lobola. But he said no, my child said he doesn't want you anymore. But she's pregnant. My dad was like, I don't care whether she's pregnant. It's okay. But then my daughter says no. And that's a mamu
yeah, because I want to get to this point where now you are back together. There's something that I want to talk about before we close this video.
Okay, we separated. That was the longest time. I think I was just 3 months pregnant. Up until I even forgot about him. I was already even planning the story. So what am I gonna say to my daughter? So it happened that one day we went to some house in Pinville and we met this guy there. I think I was 8 months pregnant.
I had forgotten about that. This guy is
on that day.
Like I think like because everyone and a little life in Yabon it's a show but those people from when we were kids and this person didn't know about them. Introduce them so and keep a relationship.
He clouded our space that much. Yeah, so went to Pinville. There we meet him. I'm inside the car. I'm heavily pregnant. Yo, disaster. Man, hi, this guy saw you. You know how terrifying it is to see someone who's pregnant with your child. You can't even speak to them. You can't even find out how are they doing. He wants to be part of the child. That was his entry again into my life. 8 months pregnant.
Yeah, now at that time, the second said no more. And then I remember him coming, but then he couldn't come to our house. So he booked a hotel. The reason why I wanted to
get you were in a hurry to get
that story is because my husband traveled to Zambia a few weeks ago and he came back. That's not my
husband comes back with
every
the
time when he comes back, I'm the one who unpacks the bag. So and then
I think men don't really care. That's all.
He didn't check on this guy. So it reminded me of that story. When you are angry, you call daddy booty. So, and then it reminded me of that, and I haven't told him because I laughed alone. So now I'm still trying to. So tell us about the story.
So this guy says to me, I've booked a hotel. Guy.
14th
Avenue. I went to that hotel. I think it's Town Lodge.
Yes.
Yeah, I went to that Town Lodge. We are there. Then I feel like, the hormones. I hate pregnancy. Can I get trauma? We are trauma. Because when I think of pregnancy, I the wrong decision because I made the wrong decisions. Get pregnant. I must allow this guy back into my life. Hi, one gave me some. Well, the first time it was okay. Booked the hotel, it was nice, everything. I need to organize sick. This is gonna be the father of the child. He's taking care of me.
Damage control
into high. Why look is like I wanna need to that right. How inconveniences, how boom, the second week, following week. I'm coming back again. I'll make sure that I'll travel every weekend. I'll be there to make sure until you give birth. I'll be there. So this second weekend, we are there. At the reception, I'm a pregnant woman, 8 months pregnant, heavily pregnant. I'm sitting there for hours. I call it 2 hours. And I can't go house of WhatsApp, also with the number, so to have it like a nice vanity, maybe. Yes. Come on, I give it the reception. But when I fit up and shameless, hey, are you okay? You know, are you fine? Can we help? I'm waiting for someone. For 2 hours, I'm waiting for someone. Yeah. So I can't go. How na little suspicious. You go
and then you go to the hotel for 2 nights.
Yeah, for 2 nights. Then we go back. I this friend of his says, yeah, here is that hotel of yours. I'm like asking some questions over. How come this guy? What are you saying? What do you mean? Why are you guys? Why is it a joke? So the guy says, he will tell you. He must tell you. He's the one who will tell you the story. But why was that guy saying, you guys were laughing about it? And just I remember that day, because the previous week it's like card. So how you check out now? But so I was checking all the rooms. Now which one will open? Whichever room will open, that was gonna be our room. So what happened? We ended up sleeping there for free. Then he refused to tell me.
Yeah, because of course, did you see him going to the reception to pay?
No, I don't remember. Pregnancy, man, and I don't remember. I felt pregnant. You don't remember anything. I'm telling you stories of when I was pregnant. How come you're saying I don't remember anything? I don't remember.
So, of course, he didn't pay because the friend wouldn't say. So because he just he gets it. He didn't pay. This guy, imagine if some people come and then at the reception they know that the room is empty. But check out, but he was risking your what's like guys. How did the red flag? It's not a joke. It's not about you losing money or inconvenience. Like you can actually get arrested or be killed because of this guy. And then even your reputation, it even changes your character because when you are someone with someone who lies a lot, you're going to end up being a liar yourself because sometimes you don't want to talk bad about people. So this thing, it comes to, and one thing I know, they don't care. That person doesn't care. When a reputation or how are you going because other people when you come and tell a story, they can see the loopholes. So they're going to ask you questions. So you are the one who has to defend and come up with more lies. It's so risky, guys.
There's a lot of things that he actually risked my life with because of his reputation. Because there are other people who looked at me in a funny way because of the cruel things that he was doing to them.
Because they thought he's scamming other people to finance me.
Yeah, because I'm still gonna unpack a lot in part 2 regarding what other people were saying when I met them. Were, oh, you're so comfortable. You're driving these SUVs because now we are suffering of this and that's when I decided I have to leave this guy. But this is part 1. I think it's gonna end here. Yeah, so we have to remember who it ended of when he was coming back. While I was still pregnant. Yes. No, it's gonna start from giving birth.
Yes. It's gonna start from baby shower. Yeah. Planning the baby shower because even there's too much drama and everything. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Oh guys, We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
So we only left with
13.
13.
Yeah.
Just 18.
13 guys, please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Subscribe and ask your friends and your family to subscribe.
We just need 13
Exactly.
people to
so that we can monetize.
Yeah.
We will also want to make money on YouTube. We have been here for the longest time without making money, and we're actually funding this YouTube, guys.
Yeah, we are funding our channel, guys. We pay for the studio. We pay for everything from our own pocket.
And also, if you want to sponsor, because they say it can even be 15. It starts from 15 rands, right?
Yeah.
From our next time, we'll explain clearly about that, like where you click, you donate.
Yeah, just to support the
just
channel.
to support the channel. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for
so
watching.
much for watching.
We're still bringing more and more, more and more.
More and more.
Okay. Thank you for watching the Two Wins podcast.
So we love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.